I'd like to ask everyone to please grab their seats so we can get started. I'm sorry? Chaz is an exception.
Excuse me.
Thank you all very much for coming today. It's a beautiful day out for this event, and I'm very proud to be able to speak on behalf of it. My name is John Hassett. I'm with the Bullhead Area Chamber of Commerce. And I'm not texting or anything. I just have a long list that I have to read off that Hildy gave me this morning right after my 30-second tour? 30, okay.
30 seconds, not 30 seconds.
Yeah. Yes. So again, thank you all for coming. I'm going to start off with introducing our dignitaries that are here with us today. Senator Sonny Borrelli. Representative Regina Cobb. Representative Leo Biasucci. Mojave County Board of Supervisor Chairwoman Jean Bishop. City Councilwoman Tammy Ring. Vice Mayor Annette Wegman. City Councilwoman Kathy Brook. Mojave County Assessor Jeannie Kinch. Mojave County Presiding Judge Charles Gertler. Judge Rick Williams. Katie Ward representing Congressman Paul Gosar's office. Arizona Director of Access Jamie Snyder. Oh, and CEO of Health Choice Arizona. I think that was on there, but I don't have a name. WestCare CEO Dick Steinberg. Former Mojave County Attorney Bill Ekstrom. And now, before we get started, I'd like to ask Katie Ward from Congressman Gosar's office and Cheryl DeBatt from WestCare to please come up.
Hello, everyone. I'm so glad to be here on behalf of Congressman Gosar and presenting a certificate to you guys for your providing compassionate and life-saving care to members of the Bullhead City community and the surrounding areas. So thank you so much, and congratulations. I can't wait to see all the great work you guys are going to do.
And before passing it to Cheryl, I want to introduce our city manager, Toby Cotter. I'm now going to turn the mic and spotlight over to Cheryl.
Thank you all for coming. Wow. Okay, I prepared a speech. I'm not good at this. Normally I just wing it, so. Today is a day that has been in the making for several years. What started as a dream to help adult women change their life is now becoming a reality. But we couldn't have done it without our community and all the wonderful people of WestCare. Let the dream and healing begin. I'm always saying we have one of the best communities, and here we are again all together and seeing the end result of what a community can do when we pull together. There has been so many different organizations and people that have donated and helped us in so many ways. And for that, we all say thank you, and thank you. Together, we have created a 16-bed behavioral health residential home as a place where women can come and stay and change their lives, getting clean from drugs and alcohol, changing their behavior and learning to make their lives positive and productive, all in a place that offers the comforts of home. We will accept all insurance plans to include private, commercial, and Medicaid, and of course those underinsured and uninsured. Working with women presents a specific area of challenges, as most of us know. We want to make sure their individual needs are addressed, and while they are here, always using trauma-informed and evidence-based modalities. The home will be staffed 24/7, having a licensed clinician on site for individual counseling that will address the specific needs of women. a cook to prepare their meals, and while staying here, the women will have the ability to be transported for personal needs to see a gynecologist, medical doctor, obstetrician, and much more. We will work with our community partners to ensure these women are taken care of, to include medically assisted treatment for opioid disorder. As you walk through the home, you will see on one side is all the residential beds, which is on that side. And on the other is the nurse's station, the clinician's office, and a meditation or quiet room where women can sit and read, learn to be alone, or just enjoy the serenity of the room. Please, if you haven't done so already, take a tour of the house, and you'll see hopefully you'll share in our vision about helping women. The inviting comfort that we have created was done on purpose. A lot of us got together and we wanted a different kind of environment. We wanted them to feel comfortable. We wanted them to come in and feel relaxed and get the help that they needed. So we thank you again and know that we couldn't have done it without so many of you. And lunch is on the table when you're ready. Now I'd like to introduce to you our CEO of WestCare, Mr. Dick Steinberg.
Good afternoon, folks. I was reminiscing a little bit about WestCare's time in this community. We started originally out of Las Vegas back in 1973. I've only been around since 1978, so I'm the new guy at WestCare. But we had a call back in about 92 about doing some programming down here. And of course, the local board up there was like, well, we don't want to go out of state. You know, that's a long way away down to Bullhead City. And we came down, got involved with a runaway program. We've done other drug program stuff here as well, and then got involved with a safe house, domestic violence. But I'm so pleased to see this crowd today. I was talking to one of you earlier. This is about the size of the crowd that first showed up at the county to make sure we didn't come to town in 92. There was a whole issue back then that if you had a drug treatment program or any program like this, that the rest of the community would be in trouble. It's quite the opposite. When you do have a program like this, the neighborhood is really strong. Any issues are involved with people who are trying to sell drugs, go somewhere else. They don't want to be seen around a program like this. And to watch all of you now show up here today, Cheryl and Heidi, or Hildy, excuse me, had made reference about being just a few people to be here today, and then we don't even have seating for everybody. So I appreciate all of you getting out here today. One of the things that is so important is having folks get behind us. In 92, 93, when we were first coming in, and nobody really wanted to talk about it, a guy named Bill Ekstrom actually said he'd stand up for us, and he did. And that really started everything for us. He wasn't the most popular person as an elected official at that point, but he got us off the ground. And I'm really tickled that he stayed with us all these years. Corky's back here. He's been on our board down here for many, many years, and it's good to see you again today, sir, as well. But at this point, I'd like to ask Bill to come up and Cheryl to come over here and bring Hildy over. We have a little plaque for her, and part of that is that we are now going to name this Hildy's house. She has gone to bat for folks with issues in this community like nobody in the past that I've seen do that, and really take a stand. And taking a stand, a lot of times when you're working on programs like this, it's not popular as a politician to do that, as Bill would attest. But Hildy, you've done phenomenal stuff for us, so thank you.
Thank you so much. You know, I too wrote my speech because I knew this would be an emotional day. We worked so hard. So many people worked so hard that I wrote my little speech too. So I want to thank you again for being here. I'm just blown away by the turnout. It's such a marvelous thing to see, as Dick said, about how it used to be sort of something that people didn't talk about. Today, something that we all celebrate. And I just couldn't be happier. But when Cheryl first came to me with the idea of naming this facility Hildy's House, I have to be honest and tell you that I cringed a little. Those who know me know I have a few pet peeves, and one of them are things named after politicians. Roads, buildings, airports, hate them all. But I thought hard, and I came back to her and I told her I would accept this huge honor to have it named Hildy's House, but there was one condition I needed met. And I asked her that in the future, when people ask the question, who is Hildy and why is this house named after her? They're not told that I was an elected official who helped raise money for it. But I want them to be told that Hildy was an alcoholic addict who reached out for help in November of 2006, only to discover there was no residential treatment center in Bullhead City, let alone Mojave County. But with the help of a residential treatment center in California and the program of Alcoholics Anonymous, she recovered from a seemingly hopeless state of mind and body, and went on to be an elected official in the community and promised herself and others that she would help other women recover from their addictions in order to go on to fulfill their purpose and live their dreams here in Bullhead City. Well, obviously Cheryl agreed to that, and we're here, and I have now the plaque to prove it. And I want to thank Cheryl and Dick Steinberg and West Care International, Foundation and International, for this huge honor. But this journey has been a long one. Sometime in the early fall of 2016, Darcy Downs Volbracht, a healthcare lawyer, came to my office about an unrelated issue, and in the course of getting to know each other, we found we had a similar dream of bringing a treatment facility to Bullhead City. Darcy, come on up here. I then introduced Darcy to Cheryl, all right? And because Darcy knew the legal aspect and how to put the facility together, and Cheryl knew the behavioral health part. Cheryl, come on up here. Then we heard about a grant from the state to remodel a building for the purpose of treatment. As a member of MAPT and of MSTEP, Larry Tunfor has joined us. Is he still here? Yes. Larry, come on over here. The four of us put together a presentation, well, basically Darcy did, and we physically brought it to the governor's office right before Thanksgiving of 2016. With the assistance of our state representative, Regina Cobb, and State Senator Sonny Borelli, you were not in office then, or else you'd get a mention. We presented it to the governor's office. Regina and Sonny, come on up here. Yeah. West Care was awarded this grant in the March of 2017, nearly 3 years ago. The next year was challenging as we worked towards obtaining the grant and working with the state. And I honestly don't know if we'd be standing here today if it were not for Jamie Schneider, the director of Arizona Health Cost Containment System Access. Come on up here. And the chief executive officer of Health Choice Arizona, Sean Now. Sean, where are you? Come on. You know, in any project, there is someone who gets the credit, who goes in the front, who makes the speeches, and then the many people who actually do the work. These people behind me did all the work. And this is much more than Hildy's house. This is our house. Yeah. And I want to thank everyone, especially Cheryl DeBatt and Darcy Downs Volbracht. They are an unbeatable and unbreakable team. So with that, I just want to know if Regina, would you like to say a few words from the state?
I can if you want me to. I just want to say that when Hildy and Darcy brought this to me, I had a heartfelt need to help them because my mom died of opioid addiction. So it was something that I think that as much as Hildy had to go through her addiction, I had to go through an addiction as a child, watching somebody go through that. So I think that this is something that we all kind of collaborated with and made sure that we got done. And I'm just so excited today to see all of you standing here. I mean, this is more than what we even expected ever. And I appreciate everybody being here and helping us through this. Thank you.
You heard me a minute.
I don't have a prepared speech, so you know when you go to that restaurant and you order a sandwich, there's always this pickle on the side. You didn't order the pickle, but it's always there, right? Today I'm your pickle. So I'll start with this speech. Actually, when Gina came to me and says, "Hey, we need to meet with Hildy and the group from the team from Bullhead because Hildy has an issue," I said, "Well, Hildy has a lot of issues. Which one is this?" And then she proceeded to tell me, and I'm like, "Oh, absolutely. This is something that needs to be done." But I want to just reiterate what you've been hearing all morning here for the last, well, actually not all morning, but the last half hour is teamwork. People working together for a common good, and it's teamwork. It's about building relationships and coalitions to get the job accomplished, and I'm proud to be part of that team, and Gina Cobb has been a hell of a team member for Mojave County, and of course we have Leo, the newest member of our legislative team, and working together with our local county and city officials and even our congressional delegation is how we get things done in rural Arizona, and thank you very much for allowing us to be part of it.
So just in closing, when I woke up that morning in 2006 and decided to choose life instead of crawling towards death, it was beyond my comprehension that one day I would be standing here amongst so many friends and colleagues presenting this gift of hope to the town that loved me, adopted me, and showed me the rewards of being a sober woman. Some of those people are here today. They know who they are. I want the women who walk through that front door to know that there is hope, that they can recover, and that they too can have a life far beyond anything that they ever dreamed for themselves, like what was given to me. So thank you so much for coming. Maybe JP? John? Thank you. No, go ahead.
Thank you, Hildy. I appreciate that. So instead of relocating everyone for the ribbon cutting out front, I think we'd like to just do it here. So if I can get the members of the Bullhead Area Chamber of Commerce and Laughlin Chamber to set up for ribbon cutting, and if the press wants to reposition for a photo, I'd like to introduce Melody. She's our ambassador chair.
Good morning. I think it's still morning, or is it afternoon? It's afternoon. There's a lot of politicians here, and if you know me, I am not into politics one bit, but I am into change. And you guys have all collaborated so well together to make such an amazing change in our community. I'm not getting emotional. That's why my glasses are on. If Regina can keep her glasses on, I can keep mine on. Yes, okay. So do we have the ribbons? We're going to do a ribbon cutting, and we're going to finalize this wonderful contribution to our community. Thank you. So we want all...
You guys want to get up here?
Yeah, we want all of you guys right up front. Right up front.
Which way are you facing?
We're going to...
Everyone just stand up. We'll take the picture this way so we don't have to move a bunch of people. So if I can get you guys to set up here, and then everyone, if you could come fill in for the photo, that'd be great.
Bringing Hildy and Sunny and Regina and Cheryl all in front of these guys.
Let's care staff too.
Huh? No, I'd rather have you, once they move, right back here so we get a middle shot.
Definitely want all staff right up front.
Provolone.
This is super unfortunate.
All right, are we ready? Okay, so for our friends at West Care and Hildy's house, on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce of Bullhead City and the 600 plus business members and over 13,000 employees, we'd like to welcome you to the Bullhead City Chamber of Commerce. And on the count of three, we're going to cut. 1, 2, 3. And Hildy, and Cheryl, within this booklet, you will find a resource for anything you may need in this video. And then we're going to do one more picture because we turn right back where you were. And then Laughlin Chamber is also